Welcome back to another radical music review. Not too radical, but it was catchy. So I'm gonna do something fun. The top 10 drum albums I own. So these are albums that I feel the drumming is superb. And there may be one or two tracks that are absolutely stellar. It could be the whole album, but without going through my collection with a fine tooth comb, these are what I came up with. So number 10, Led Zeppelin. This is the Presence album. Now I add this as number 10 spot because of one song on here, Achilles' Last Stand. John Bonham was, as many of you well know, was one of the greatest rock drummers of all time. An argument could be made that he was the greatest. I don't know. There's some pretty great ones. But Achilles' Last Stand on the Presence album, Led Zeppelin, check it out. Fantastic. Number 9, Asia, Steely Dan. Now, Steely Dan, they never had a set drummer. With Steely Dan, what they did was they had session musicians that came in for almost every song. They had a specific sound and a specific orchestration that they wanted. So they brought in session musicians for a lot of different songs. And this album in particular, Asia, has some fantastic drum tracks on it. And it's a great album too. Fantastic album. So there wasn't one specific drummer, a lot of different drummers, but it's a fantastic drum album. Number 8, Van Halen's 1984. Now, the opening Hot for Teacher, fantastic. Just really great rhythm on that. But the whole album, actually, Alex Van Halen is fantastic on it. I mean, there's so many tracks on here that he just kicks ass. Drop Dead Legs. And there's another one on here too. I gotta look it up. House of Pain. Didn't have to look it up. Great track. 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 7, Black Sabbath, Paranoid. Now, Bill Ward for Black Sabbath was the premier metal drummer. Before anybody knew metal, except maybe Hendrix and Cream, that was kind of classified as heavy metal. This is really great, heavy, dark drumming. Not a lot of technique to Bill Ward's drumming necessarily, but very effective for the music it was. And he has a drum solo on Paranoid. It's called Rat Salad. It's really cool. Check it out. Number 6, The Who, Meaty Beaty, Big and Bouncy. Keith Moon was a great drummer. He only had a few set fills. It was either bump-a-dump-bump or ba-dump-ba-dump-bump-bump. But, I mean, he did it so well. He was a very effective drummer. And goes down as one of the great rock drummers of all time. And some of the songs on here, My Generation, The Seeker, Pinball Wizard, Magic Bus. Listen to the trill of sticks in Magic Bus in the beginning. It's really cool. Love this album. Fantastic. Top 5, number 5, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. Now, you probably don't know a lot about jazz, but Art Blakey was a jazz man who had a lot of young talent come through his band. This one in particular, Wayne Shorter, Freddie Hubbard, Curtis Fuller all went on to amazing stuff on their own, as well as previous musicians. I can't remember if Herbie Hancock played with him or not. I know he played with Miles, but I mean, as you can tell from the cover, this is a drumming mecca. It's awesome. It's such a cool album, man. Like it for jazz drumming, and you know how hard I told you jazz drumming was. It's a great album. Okay, so 4, 3, 2. So number 4, The Police, Zenyatta Mandata. This is The Police's best album, I think. It's got some great tracks on here. Actually, every single track is great. This is The Police's best. And Stuart Copeland on drums. What can you say? The guy's a magician, especially on the hi-hat. He's fantastic on the hi-hat. I've never heard anything like it in rock music. What he does with the cymbals, it's really, really great. Particularly Driven to Tears, but I mean, all these songs, Don't Stand So Close to Me, Driven to Tears, Bombs Away, Do 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 Do. They're really great drum tracks. Check it out. Number 3, I love Supreme, John Coltrane. I mentioned this in my top 10. It's an amazing album, but Elvin Jones, the drummer on this, also has a solo. And he does a remarkable, I mean, his playing on the drums is just as spiritual and beautiful as Coltrane is on the sax. I mean, how do you make drums spiritual? You can. There's a way to play them that really is almost like, you get into a rhythmic mantra and mix it up a little bit, and it's really spiritual, I find. Fantastic album. Number 2, I'm going to go back to John Bonham with Led Zeppelin 4. I mean, When the Levee Breaks, that's a fantastic opening. I told you how that was recorded in a previous video. But all the songs on here, I mean, they're great drum tracks. John Bonham was just a legend on the kit, the way he played. And I would have to give this definitely my number 2 spot. Number 1 spot for drum albums that I own, and I own a few albums from this band. And this drummer is very special. He has a incredible ability of syncopation, the ability to keep that click in his head all the time and keep perfect time while he's just all over the kit. Incredible. I'm talking about Neil Peart, and this album, Moving Pictures, is a prime example. Tom Sawyer, the opening track, one of my favorite drum tracks. I've tried to mimic it. I can't. It's so good. It's amazing. I don't think anybody can do as good a job as he did. He was absolutely amazing. Limelight, another great album to hear for the drums, but this is a really amazing drum album. YYZ as well, which I believe is the insignia for the Toronto airport. Pearson, I think. Anyway, fantastic album. All of Rush's music owes a great debt to Neil Peart, but they're an amazing band in their own right. I'll get to them later. That's number 1. And I just wanted to actually throw out another Rush album. This is Subdivisions, and I think it was about 1980, somewhere around there. Hang on a second. 1982. And Subdivisions off this album. Fantastic drum track. I mean, just amazing. Neil Peart, incredible drummer. So yeah, that's my top 10 drum tracks, drum albums, I should say. I might find other ones in there, but yeah, until next time, we'll do another review soon, and thanks for watching. Cheers.